Oh, hello there, I didn't see you, and welcome to a bit of Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Hope you're all having a pleasant time. In this part, we have managed to get to Midnight Mountain, we have managed to free Agent 9, and we're now going to... I'm just trying to remember where we were. I think it's this save file we're on. Because everything's fucked up in ways I can't believe. And I think now we're going to do a bit of stuff with... I know what we're here for. We're here to do the Sparks level. So, for some reason, I didn't check this up last night, because I'm doing this before I go away for a week. I didn't check up how the Sparks levels unlocks work. I presumed that once you beat the boss of that lobby, you would then unlock the challenge, but I think, if I remember correctly, you do have to actually do them in order. So it's like, it's alright beating the third boss or whatever, but if you haven't even done the first Sparks challenge, you can't do the third Sparks challenge. So here is Zoe, where she wasn't before.
Amy showed me a place called Starfish Reef. She said there's an egg hidden in there. I think Sparks should check it out.
Fair enough. Just want to double check something very quickly. As always. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's probably fucked up the record. But never mind, eh? Well, actually, I do mind, because it means that I'm going to be... it means I'm going to have to use the other save file, and that means having to do the Bentley boxing challenge again. Seriously, that's my biggest concern when it comes to... Oh, shit. When it comes to... open another save file. It is entirely because of that. That one fucking level. Now, I have to admit, I am quite enjoying the design of this level. I also like Starfish Reef's gimmicks as well, the idea that enemies explode into multiples. That's a thing that will get even worse than that later down the line. I love the artwork as well, especially the floor here. It looks absolutely stunning. At least Toys for Bob have some respect for the symmetry. So not even Toys for Bob. I made a mistake in the previous video. It wasn't Toys for Bob. It was Beanot. No, Sanzura Studios or Sanzura Games. They were the ones who made this game. So actually, it's not Toys for Bob who have respect for the symmetry. It's Sanzura Games. So yeah, kudos to you guys. You'll have to excuse me a moment. I need to set the timer. I'm only doing one part today because I really don't want to have to do have a part ready to upload next week. I'd rather just record on the week. Although I could do that, but then I'd be behind on gaming news. But then again, I don't really give a fuck. This is a bit odd, for Christ's sakes. I'm not young yet. I don't have to be up to date on the bollocks, on the ball rather. Although, yeah, I suppose a lot of gaming news is bollocks. Yeah. And then again, I mean, I was retweeting a lot of stuff from Game Industry Biz yesterday. Not a publication I used to like, but they're actually really good, and I recommend them. I'd recommend them before any sort of YouTubers to go to YouTube to go to news for. I'd recommend it before any other sort of publication elsewhere. They will report on a lot of stuff. If you're an enthusiast, you need to be reading Game Industry Biz. They also have a lot of good job listings as well for games, for game developers in all countries. They're frequently updated and whatnot, so that's really awesome as well. Yeah, I'm just saying I'd recommend them. There we go. Oh yes, I suppose in gaming news, because I haven't really got anything to say here, Valve's unveiled their new VR headset, the Valve Index. The Steam Index, I think it's the Valve Index, and it uses Steam VR. It looks the same as any other as an outsider looking in, really. It's like, it starts at about £689 for the headset and the two controllers. But if you want like the full kit, and I think that includes the cameras as well, you're paying upwards of, you know, £900. And I'm still looking for that sort of introductory one that's for PC, but good, you know. I'm not looking for you know, mobile VR or anything like that, or anything, you know, or 3D. You know, I am looking for good VR. But I suppose the cheapest on the market right now is Oculus, I think. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe in the January sales there might be something. We'll have to see. And even then, it's like my room is not designed for VR, so. Nor is my PC, really. I mean, I suppose I wanted it to be somewhat VR ready. And I have to admit, I love the texture work on the boss. I love how shiny they are. They are a real forbidden snack. I want to do a big slurp on that manta ray. Oh, yes. This is very reminiscent of... Wait, what am I doing? I've got a freaking... death machine. Yeah, and this one launches smaller manta rays. Does that make sense? Shout out to all the Anashons of the world. Manta rays. Clever title there. Have I got all the gems? No, I haven't. But I like that boss. It reminds me of the manta rays in Super Mario Sunshine. Ah, shit, I'm still missing 5 gems. Time to wander around like an arsehead, then. But yeah, I enjoyed that. That was quite fun. I enjoyed the texture work they did there. Yeah, the color palette and the everything about that manta ray was just perfect. Again, wanted to do a big slurp on it. So yeah, it's actually, I haven't really got anything to say about the Valve Index. I might actually do another part today, and then that one can go, in fact, yeah, I'll do that, I'll do another part today, and then that can go up the moment I get back. Oh wait, it'll be Tuesday, I think, so I don't know what date exactly, I'll have to double check the calendar, I'll do that at the end of the video though. But yeah, I can start uploading that on the Tuesday when I get back. So, what I've wanted to do for some time now is start drawing D&D maps. Because I said before, I follow the Facebook page, D&D Fantasy Art. And it's a fantastic page, and it got me wanting to draw my own characters. But I suck at drawing characters, I always have. My main inspiration is the Man of War mascot, there we go. Plain fucking sight. I have to give that to the Sparks levels. There's nothing hiding the gems. Awesome. Oh wait, there's a map. Of course there's a map, isn't there? You can turn it on in the options. In fact, you know what? I'm going to turn the map on just for the sake of it, because, you know, archival. Yeah, let's see how reliable these things are anyway. Could I resort to one of these now that they're in the game? In fact, I think they were in the original games anyway, but the option was so hidden away.
When I saw that giant stingray, I thought you were a goner, Sparks. But you sure showed him. And now the magic from the egg has made you even stronger, allowing you to take one more hit for Spyro.
Oh, nice. So we finally got one of our powers. Sparks can take an extra hit. So you'll go, I think, gold, blue, green, red, or gold, blue, red, green, or gold, red, blue, green. I'm pretty sure it's after blue, and then it's red, and then it's green. So yeah, it turns red this time. So that's really cool. That's a nice bit of motivation to do the Sparks things. It's just a shame you have to do them in linear order. So it means that you've got to do 2 and get fuck all. So you've got to do 2 waste-of-time missions to do a 3rd one to get that power up. Then again, if you do care about the gems, and if you don't, why are you playing this game? So if you don't, why are you playing this game? I suppose if you're going for those, then yeah, it's actually a good idea to do the Sparks missions. I want to get everything done before the Sorceress, though. I don't honestly expect there to be a change in ending or anything like that, but I would very much like it. Where to now? Because there's not really actually anything else we can get. Egg for sale doesn't come until after we've defeated the Sorceress, I believe. So, in fact, it even credits it for 100% completion, even though we haven't got that egg. I think we'll go to... Fuck it, let's go to one we haven't even talked about yet, I don't think. Let's go to a level that's going to really piss me off. Get this one out of the way. In fact, we'll do the 2 worst levels for me. Dino Mines and Haunted Tomb. And then maybe we'll do Harbour Speedway, because I want to make sure I've got enough content for a single episode. In fact, actually, holy shit. I've just realised the next part might be the last, the second to last one, which is good because I don't think I've created many more thumbnails for these videos left to go. I mean, I can make it more, obviously, but so I think I've made about 24. So, Dino Mine very quickly. A level that really annoyed me because it can be quite difficult at times, but yeah, something around the back there. There we go. Shout out to all the Dans of the world. Yeah, this is a level that pissed me off because the dinosaurs are very quick and I think very tough as well. I can't remember which ones can be charged, if any. This is like the sort of the Naught Cove. Let's have a look. Nope, can't charge. This is like the Naught Cove. No, not Naught Cove. Sorry, Twilight Harbour of the 3rd game. And I'm trying to think now. Was there any level like this in the 2nd game? Was there any sort of Twilight Harbour level? I mean, I guess maybe Metropolis might have been mine, or Robotica Farms.
Well, gosh,
I can't really, even then, I think they're down to
check on my prisoner only to
turn it
find
down a
out
bit.
he'd somehow got away again. Then when I came in to look around for clues, one of them rowdy dinosaurs went and locked me in. Now they're out there causing all sorts of trouble, and there's not a thing I can do about it.
Okay, so basically the sheriff's been locked up in their haunted siding bird. Okay. I suppose this guy can charge now. Okay. And there must be some post-hit invincibility because he threw another piece of dynamite at me then, and Sparks' colour hadn't changed again. So interesting. So one of the skill points here is to destroy all the cacti, which also give you gems as well. I sort of vaguely remember that happening before as well. There's very little wiggle room in this level. Wait, hang on. Oh. So I think Sparks turns green twice. Because I didn't get another thing after the green one. Because he must have remained green. I don't know. I'll have to find a way to injure myself, I think. Because I've got to check that. I've got to know what the hell's going on. There's plenty of power-ups that I can resort to anyway. Health pickups I can resort to anyway. I don't like this guy. Okay. So he remains the same colour then. You want to maybe shoot again? Ah, I see. So it remains gold. I don't understand it. You know, why not just keep the red colour back? There we go. Okay. I'll tell you what, this one shit. He killed one of his own. Okay. Right. So was Sparks taking an extra hit from gold? You know, does he remain gold twice before going to blue? Oh shit! I saw it coming. I was getting ready, but it took me by surprise. I don't know. Why not just have red Sparks? Anyway, back to destroying all these things for the skill points and having to make this stupid fucking glide again. Wait, I didn't get that cactus there before because it gave me 5 gems. You know, I didn't think this level would be this annoying. Then again, I suppose I've been digging around. So yeah, so my plan for the... Ah yes, it does remain gold twice. So yeah, 2 gold hits on the gold, and then after that... Again, red Sparks would have been a better idea in my opinion though. It's much more visible and clear then. I'm sure there was a skill point for flaming the fireplace. I want to say they've done better texture work with the indoors, but honestly it looks just as bad as it did in the original. And fair play to them, they were trying something different. They hadn't really done the sort of wallpaper kind of look to it. In fact, this level would have been really well suited for the second game. Because we haven't really sort of had a sort of Wild West themed kind of level. Ever in Spyro, so that's quite good. Anyway, we've had desert levels. Christ, we had a whole lobby based around... Ah. Gem back there. We'll get those ones in the cage soon enough. Pick up the fucking gem for Christ. There's no wonder he didn't get that one. We got a skill point there as well, and the gems within. Now I'm checking around for sneaky hidden gems around all over the place. Just in case. As I was saying with D&D maps, the whole point of that was I really should have looked at the Sparks levels, because they're top down, which is how I'm going to draw the maps. And they... oh yeah, speaking of maps. Turn the map on. There we go. That's proving a little bit distracting at the moment, but I'm sure we'll adapt to it. I like those dinosaurs there, the ones with the guns in the water. The ones with the guns, that narrows it down, doesn't it? Yeah, I like them. Nice design. Oh, hello. I've completely forgotten about this. Shout out to all the roamies of the world. But yeah, the Sparks levels might be a good idea to draw inspiration from, especially if I can get like a top-down view of the entire one with the in-game assets. Like so there's no walkthrough or something like that. That'd be kind of neat. So last night while I was catching up, the save files and getting all the eggs and stuff that we'd got from previous episodes, I was sort of thinking about how I was going to wrap up my thoughts on this entire trilogy, and I'm struggling. I don't know. Fuck you. I don't know what I can really do or say to give a satisfying end to this series. I mean, like, I can't really think of any high praise for it. It's not nostalgia or anything. I mean, yeah, I mean, of course, there's some nostalgia to it. That's why I still prefer the originals, and I do. This is not... There's not really enough about this game that makes me go, I would prefer to play this over the originals. You know, unless I wanted to play maybe a very specific game like, I don't know, let's say Spyro 3, because it does a lot of things better with some of the companions. You know, some characters control better, some are more responsive. Some mini games are better. You know, Agent 9, Doomed. Yeah, that's way better. Now, I do believe there's a... Yeah, there is a... I'll just get the gems very quickly. Yes, you'll know what that is soon enough. Well, you'll know all about this soon enough, I suppose. But for now, let's just get to the end.
Well, I'll be, so that's how my prisoners keep escaping. Here, take this dinosaur egg away before it hatches and causes more trouble. I think it must have been the runt of the litter, though.
Shout out all the Kikis of the world. I've just remembered something as well. Sorry I keep going on all these tangents. The Wanted poster originally had one of the devs, because Super Spyro fan had mentioned this, that the guy on the coin was one of the developers who died during the production of Spyro 2. And they commemorated him in a few ways, and I think he was actually on one of the posters there. Because I thought originally he was one of the rabbits. Ah, there we are. We have one of the sort of sheriff rabbits there. Bentley there as well, who's wanted. No longer. Though I have to wonder why these people are serving the sorcerers. What are these? What if Bentley and... Unless, I don't know, maybe the dinosaurs will put them up? Who knows? Fuck it, let's do this. So yeah, it's like there's nothing about this trilogy that really makes me want to go, I would choose this over the original trilogy. Over the original games on PS1. The only reason why is because they're not available on PS4. That's it. Oops, you know? You could say, oh well, this game looks better. I'd say the resolution's higher, but higher resolution doesn't necessarily mean it looks better. You know, look at the World of Warcraft expansions over the years. Yes, of course, a lot of the assets are of a higher resolution. It doesn't mean that they, you know, their style is better. It doesn't mean that they, you know, that they suit this game better. This, for example, I don't like in the new game. Okay, I don't have to slay the enemies, it appears. Very good. I think I might be a bit too fast for that anyway. Oh, it's all there. It's all coming back to me. Fucking hell.
That was a mark.
So even though I got shot in the end, which I thought was a failure, now I managed to get Elliot, and shout out all the Elliots of the world. They've got 123 dragon eggs, which was easy as ABC. Go to Agent 9's level now. Oh shit in hell.
I could be a deputy, so I'm off to help clear out all the dinosaurs.
Right, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to listen to this next bit. At the risk of disconnecting all of the leads.
If you just calm down for a second and stop all that whooping and hollering, I could tell you what's going on. The Bailey gang are holed up in them buildings over there. You're going to have to go in there and flush them out.
No. I appreciate the effort, but no. I prefer the original Deputy Roy's voice, where he was going, hey, if you just calm down a second and let me speak and you stop your whooping and your hollering. Darn tootin'.
Well, good luck
Indeed.
to you.
I preferred that. I mean, don't get me wrong, the voice actor's good. Just not what I want to hear in my game. Nice shooting text. Surely that should be nice shooting Rex. Or T-Rex. I just thought, can I ricochet him? Fucking hell. So, it's a rail shooter, basically. the reward for Sheila there as well. Very nice. I like the artwork for her as well. There's also bonus dinosaurs as well. I think it's a yellow dinosaur. And they only stay around for a limited time, and they are harmless from what I understand. So by shooting them in the limited time they appear, you get a skill point or an extra life. Well, I suppose it's the same thing really, aren't they? Also as well, yes, you can shoot the windows. Ah, it's the red dinosaur there. Okay, my mistake. I think there's about 2 of them. God, this is so much better on this game. In this game, rather. It was a bit stiff in the previous one. I think as well the response... Actually, I think the response times here are faster. They are quick to draw their weapons. Oh, and in the original, I don't think they had hands either as well. They had to sort of like shake their hips to launch the weapons out in a rather sexy way.
I don't know why the Bailey gang was trying so hard to steal this egg. That's not like them at all.
I reckon someone must have put them up to it.
Shout out to all the Sharons of the world. But only those with 1 R. Oh, I suppose I could give a shout out to the ones with 2 R's. And maybe the 4 that have 3 in their name. But that name will be Shararan. I like that name. Anyway, moving on. So that's this part done. We've now got the opportunity to explore, grab the gems that we missed. That's fuck all. Pity. Woohoo! I've got to give that to the Agent 9 levels. They know how to make things a bit more interesting with their such affairs. Making baskets explode with multiple gems. How sad is it that that's interesting to me? Woohoo! A barrel exploded into several gems instead of just 1. Yay. You know, God help me if I play ARPGs. Fucking hell. So I forgot what I was talking about before. D&D, characters, maps, Shararans. Oh yeah, grand conclusion to this. I mean, I just can't think of anything that I really want to... I don't know why I'd want to play this over the original trilogy. The only reason why I'd play this over the original trilogy is because the original trilogy is not on PS4. And I understand that emulation's getting harder to do as technology is moving on. I really do. Super Spyro fan had suggested that I do, you know, a let's play of the original games. But I mean, even then, it's like I've got to be able to get the ROMs and the ISOs. I've got to make sure the emulator I'm using supports them. I've got to go out of my way to make sure it works. And even then, I've got to assume that I've got to hope rather that the Logitech webcam, the Blue Yeti microphone, the NVIDIA Shadowplay recording software, they all work in tune, or in sync rather, to deliver that experience. I mean, I'm just worried because it's an emulator. I've not had any other problems, but even then it's about cropping the image down as well, getting it full screen. What controller am I using? Is it going to interfere with anything? You know, it's a pain in the arse, really, to have to figure all that stuff out. Right, I'm just going to have another look around here just to make... Because I've got all the eggs, rather. So I'm just going to double check around here, because I don't really want to be coming back to levels. And just seeing if all the gems have been liberated. Because we've hit all the enemies. But yeah, so I got a feeling it's in the underwater bits, the sort of second third of of the level. The culprit. But yes, I'd like to do that. I'd like to do a third. So I'd like to do a bit of where I go through the original trilogy of games, and I probably wouldn't have to resort to gaming news as such because I can talk to myself about those. I mean, God knows how many years of practice I've had. But yeah, it's just about getting the ROMs and ISOs and things like that. Because I'm not doing this on the Elgato again. I'm not doing this on the PS1. I mean, don't forget as well, it's not a HD console. So getting a HD to you know, AV cable converter and getting all that shit to work, no, it's more hassle than it's worth. I'm sorry, you know. I mean, the Spyro games are worth that, yeah, I suppose. But for me to butcher the commentary, no. So I'd rather use an emulator, which then has its own problems with that, things like having to, you know, how many USB slots am I using in order for the audio to not get fucked up. Right, I'm fully convinced that the gems aren't here. And of course, Sparks could have told me that. I'm not in the habit of using Sparks all often, unfortunately. You say there's gems in the water? Where the fuck are you not, mate? There we go, thank you, Sparks. I think that's just about the last... Oh no, 7 more gems. I can only just see 2 there. With 5 gems to go. I don't know why I had to check the gem count for that. It's obviously going to be 5 gems. My math really is that bad. I should check. Did I get the skill point? Hit all the seahorses. Hit the secret diner. Hit all the seahorses. Oh, I guess there isn't a skill point then, because they... Of course, the cacti give gems. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, sorry about that. God almighty. You know, I blame the grass in this game for not being able to find fucking anything. But I have trouble enough here. Even when it's in plain sight. Although even here the grass actually lends a lot to the level and its design. Sorry about that, just checking messages from Dad. Yeah, honestly, it's like, I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say this as a reviewer, but I think I need some help with this grand conclusion that I have for Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I mean, I suppose I can't really have a grand conclusion. It is my first impressions of the series, of this series of games, in the Reignited Trilogy. Now, if I were to do another one of these, and immediately after having played the original 3, which I doubt I'd have the energy to do, to be honest, it's like I could probably give you a much better mindset, but my first impressions of the entire thing is like... And I don't know, it's like, maybe I'm really not in the mood to play Spyro. It's like, I can play it when I do, but I just, honestly, I don't feel like it. Okay, so our level gimmick here is just that the sarcophagus opens and unleashes mummified Rhinox. How that works, I have no idea.
Ah, yet another daredevil adventurer has come to rob our catacombs of loot. Let's just hope you're made of tougher stuff than the last guy. If you can survive the trials of our catacombs and answer my riddle, we will give you a prize befitting your efforts.
Also, the joke here is, as well as the keepers of the catacombs, are dogs, and they like bones, as well as the word catacombs. Ha 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 ha. Took me years to figure that out. Anyway.
Here is my riddle. I am a vessel without hinges, lock, or lid. Yet, within my walls, a golden treasure is hid. What am I?
Right. Okay. So we've got a riddle at the end, and we don't get the egg until we've got the answer. But we can simply choose between 3 options. I am a vessel without lock or lid. Deep within me, a golden treasure is hidden. What am I? These guys look very different to how they did in the original. I'm not a big fan of the design. I really don't understand what they're trying to go for here. But yes, they throw exploding orbs at you. By taking the orbs, you can use them to destroy the sarcophagus. It holds the enemies. So forth. Oh yes, if you go into there as well, you get a skill point. There's no vase or anything, it's just simply going there gets you there. So, yeah. Back here, and oh yeah, the sarcophagus as well drops the gems, but it's not the enemies that drop them. Oh yes. So we've also got the slide here as well, which you're going to have a lot of woes with. Here's water as well, not the bottomless pit, so it doesn't seem as fearsome. Although if you do end up in there, you will die. Don't ask me, I don't know why. We've already established that Spyro can swim, but apparently we're just supposed to forget that fact. See, one of the criticisms I wanted to have is like, one of the discussions I want to have is this a remake or a remaster or a reimagining? I think a reimagining would be something like, you know, the Legend of Spyro trilogy. A remaster would be taking the original games and simply just upping the texture quality of existing stuff, like what you do with music. You know, a remaster is not another version of the song, it's the same song, but improved in some fashion or another. I just want to go back and double check that I have got all the gems there. I don't believe I did. Yes, I had to rush through here because of the danger. But while being here, you can also pick up those in case there's no enemies that drop them. That's good. As I was saying, yeah, Toys for Bob really wanted to do... One of the things I would say about this is that it's definitely a remake because they've definitely made new textures. They've redesigned a lot of enemies for their own, not ego, but for their own purposes. You know, like not to remain loyal to the original game, but because they wanted to improve it. And the thing is there's a lot of choices that directly go against the game itself, like with the grass. You know, it's like, yes, okay, you know, foliage is, I guess, supposed to make the game look better. It does make it feel more alive, but it works against the collectathon aspects of the game when you hide things in the grass, and even the glimmer of the gems, which is, you know, if you have a look at a gem at a distance, you can see it shine on occasion. Oh, I'm just going to use it to destroy that guy there. So even then, that's sometimes not enough to see through the grass or whatever. Like the water there. It's like, well, I know that I can swim in water, so how come I can't swim in this? If I were to leap in here, I would die. It doesn't make any sense that I would be able to leap in the water. I wonder if this is the switch that opens the door over there. No, I've just seen it over there. There we go. Charge through. How much time does it give? A generous amount of time, I would say. So now I've got to run through there. I'm not going to bother with trying to get through there. I'm going to grab the gems first. If Sparks can pick the fuckers up. In fact, I think that was a big problem in the original as well. That Sparks, there was a gem here that Sparks wouldn't pick up. So as you're running through it, taking hits like a motherfucker. Ah, shit. I was being careless. I think the density of the rocks here is greater than the original, and they seem to come down faster. Because you had to pay a lot of attention to the shadows back then. It's platform game 101. Give me a zap, Zoe. Thank you very much. If I picked up that stone, apparently not. But yeah, like, so I know that I can swim in the water, but how come I can't do it here? You know, having a bottomless pit served the game so much better. So there's the physics interactions, like we're seeing here, can be quite bad. Shout out all the Christines in the world. But yeah, there's some things that I just think, you know, they did it because not to improve the original, but because they wanted to make this their game. And it's very Toys for Bob and I can't really say that so much of the third game, but they wanted to bring their art style, their color palette, their signature from Skylanders to this game. And they wanted to make the Toys for Bob Reignited Trilogy, not the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Because from what I understand, you could actually place all the old assets over this and get a product that's mostly the same, barring Tree Tops. Which begs the question, why not just do that? I mean, yeah. So, oh shit, I just realised I'm going to do this. Fuck me. Oh god, it's worse than just slides, isn't it? There's also a slide in the Crystal Islands one as well. Did I get the name right for the first time? Crystal Islands. Come on, it's laser.
I see you've managed to survive the trials of the catacombs. Now let's find out if your wits are as quick as your feet. Do you remember the riddle?
Yeah, I'm not saying the devs are bad or anything. I'm just saying that they wanted to make their own thing rather than do this. Rather than try and make the originals as close as they could. That's fine. You know, at the end of the day, it's your game. I will never tell a developer they can't do that. They're not allowed to do that because it's me who they should be making the game for. That's horseshit.
I am a vessel without hinges, lock or lid. Yet within my walls, a golden treasure is hid. What am I?
What am I? Can't be a bone. Because what's within a bone besides bone marrow? I mean, I suppose maybe to the dogs. Yeah. Treasure chest? Well, it does have hinges, lock or lid. Bandicoots? What's within a bandicoot? Let's not even explore that option, and let's not even go any further with that. So it has to be an egg. An egg. Fuck's sake. An egg.
Have you heard that one before? I never thought you...
See, this is why I'm good at the riddles in Dragon Age.
A bargain is a bargain.
I love the bears' riddles in the fade. You got it from the sorceress. Very good. Good thinking. I think you're the only person who said they're doing it to hide it from the sorceress, not because of some stupid mistake.
Now I can finally head off the seashell shore to bury some bones.
Dark Master Gandling would be proud of you. Bring me their bones! Bury their bones! Oh, it's just as shit as it was before. Now, I know that someone on Dark Spyro has explained why the slide controls as shittily as it does. They know the tech behind this. And yet I, for the life of me, oh, fuck's sake, can't understand it. I hated this in the original. I mean, when it works, it's fun. I should have checked out that glitch thread, because I know there is a way to beat this through cheating. And I don't give a fuck. You cheated me out of a good Spyro game. I'm gonna cheat you out of some fucking gems, matey. You can't jump on the slide either. Then what? I understand there was a way to glide or fall. Like you could do some kind of glitch. I'm gonna attempt this a few times, and if not, I mean, I'll probably end up doing it off camera. Because, you know, fuck this. Oh, fuck. You can't do it that way like in a good game like Super Mario 64. Jesus, I actually said that. Fuck me. No. So you can't fucking cheat. You've got to do it in their way. How? I don't know. So all those skill points that I've been earning... Unless maybe I can... sort of? Let's try that again. I mean, what have I got to lose besides your patience and subscription? Well, it's no more important than mine, I assure you. Not while I'm the herald... Oh, fucking hell! Of the Amethyst Drake. See, I just don't know what to... It just goes round too fast. No matter what, if I go to one edge, it goes straight down there. If I go to another, it goes straight down there. Unless I need to sort of bank left. After that first right turn, bank left, and then bank right. I'll show you what I mean. It just goes against my every fucking instinct though. So right now, hold left, hold left, hold left, hold left. Like that. And now, go to the right, go to the right, go to the right, go to the right. Shit! But I think I have the right idea. In fact, there's an enemy there that I haven't killed. I'll have to deal with that on my way back. I've got to deal with a lot of shit on my way back. Fucking hell. And to think I want to do another level after this. I might have to do Harbour Speedway. Oh! Get fucked, matey boy. Shout out to all the Malcolms. To all the Malcolms at the beginning and the end. Perhaps even those at the middle. I wonder what, because, like, In Revelations, there's, you know, I am the Alpha and the Omega, but who was the middle? Was it Malcolm? I am the Alpha, the Malcolm, and the Omega. The O-Malcolm. I don't know. The beginning, middle, and end. I shall give unto him who was athirst the water. I don't fucking know. Ask Super Spyro fan, he'll probably be able to tell you. Because, you know, Revelations is Spyro lore.
The first round of the annual demolition.
Oh god, there's even more of those fucking snakes.
About to begin. There is room for one more contestant.
If you want to hear a good song from Motorhead, Snakebite Love is fantastic.
The riddle is this.
It's a good swing song.
One dragon can lay
Well,
one egg
rock and
in
roll
12
and all.
years. How long would it take for 100
Oh, fucking hell, not this one.
eggs?
Jesus, I hate this thing. I'm shit at math and my brain's autistic. And now I've got to deal with this. If one dragon can lay one egg in 12 years, how long would it take 100 dragons to lay 100 eggs? Right. In fact, I think they've even changed the text to make it clearer. Because I think if I was like, okay, is it one egg every 12 years, or is it 12 eggs over, whatever. Okay, how long would it take 100 dragons to lay 100 eggs? So we've got to figure out, okay, so 12 times 100. 120, 12, 1,200 years, I'm guessing?
Oh, I am terribly sorry, but that is incorrect. Unless you can solve the riddle.
Fuck you.
The first round of the riddle is this.
Right.
If one dragon can lay one egg in 12 years, how long would it take for 100?
So, is it trying to... Okay, so do they want 100 eggs in total? Across those 100 dragons? Or is it 100 dragons laying 100 eggs each? Yeah? So is it one dragon, 100 eggs? 100 dragons, and they have to reach a total of 100 eggs.
Very impressive. That is
I don't fucking know.
good.
It had to be. Right, so, one dragon, one egg, 12 years. 100 dragons. Oh, I see, yes, it's one dragon per egg. Because the way I would have written that question, but then it wouldn't have been a riddle. How long would it take 100 dragons to lay one egg each? Which is the answer. And that's the problem, it's not a riddle then, is it? Fuck me. It's like anyone can write riddles if you put it shittily. Right, so here we are in a hovercraft. The goal of this is to destroy our enemies, as is the case with a lot of hovercrafts. I hated this before. Oh god. See, the way to do this years ago was that you have a look in, you try and get right to the edge. But I hate the PS4 controller because I can't inch it slightly like that. So I can't get in between there and where I need to hit. And if I move, the enemy nudges. They know that the hitbox is too great. They know that this is the way to beat the game before. Oh yeah, the alternative is that you use the ultimate fire as well, where you fire over it. But trying to figure out the the appropriate range, and even then you've got to do it while arsing about.
Well, that was a fierce battle indeed. Please
Bloody well was.
prize for winning the
I should get a prize for doing that fucking riddle. Shout out to all the MJs of the world. Didn't MJ moonwalk in the original? Because it was a reference to Michael Jackson.
However,
Shout out to all the MJs of the world, excluding Michael Jackson.
Might I suggest... My.
Oh. But not like the non-singer Michael Jacksons. You're alright, because there must be a lot of Michael Jackson for the world pre or post Michael Jackson. The Michael Jackson. Maybe they're better singers and we just don't know it. You know, are the best raiders in World of Warcraft the ones in Method? No. No, there's plenty out there that are better, but they will never get their talents known because they, you know, well, they can't apply, they don't have the commitments to the game. And that's okay. Christ, this is boring. It's really sodding boring. Can I hit him over there? Yes, I can. You're done for now, kiddo. 8. I'm missing 2 more. Oh god, that's really... What's even more terrifying than knowing that there's 2 more enemies is not knowing where the fuck they are. Oh god, I have to give that up for Toys for Bob. I like how they've made... I don't like how they've made the AI more intelligent, to be honest. It fucking terrifies me that they thought of that. See, I can't play the original Year of the Dragon. So I can't play this in the attempts to get 100% completion. No way. I'd rather play the original. When I know how to cheat the AI. Because fuck doing this. It used to take me ages to do that before as well, I'll give them that, so... That was quite fun, it's a fun minigame. Was it necessarily improved by Sanzera Games? Not necessarily. Ah, TJ. Shout out to all the TJs of the world. Like Tykel Jackson. I was just thinking of Mr. Tickle. From the thick of it. Shit! Tickle's dead!
One of those dogs is a
It's
funny
Tickle!
Well,
it's Tickle!
He said he turned my tail into a snake. Does it look like a snake to you? It does feel kind of funny, come to think of it. Oh boy, that dog's gonna bang.
Yes, I know that feeling. Personally, I think if you do shoot a dog, you should get worse than a snake for a tail, but never mind. They should have done that. They should have made a new model and made his snake into a tail. Of course, then we could have just ran away and left him to his fate. Oh, so we got a... Oh, shit.
I follow you wherever you go.
Shadow.
The more you take, the more you leave behind.
No, sorry, footsteps. So, I follow you wherever you go, but the more you take, the more you take, the more you leave. Originally, I thought it was a shadow. No, it's not time. You don't take time. You don't leave time behind. Time just happens regardless. A giant lizard. I follow you wherever you go, but not really. The more you take, the more you leave behind. Footsteps. So I always say shadow, but it's always footsteps. Again, this was in Dragon Age Origins. If you play a mage, this video will come in handy. Okay, so I think Agent 9 controls a bit better here. I'm not sure. He's very fast, very zippy, I like that. Oh, I thought there were more riddles. I thought it was a riddle after each one. Okay, so we've got to take out the enemies. Now, they do respawn, so we've got to take out these pots, baskets in which they reside, and then... Yes, this is much better. problem with this is that I can outmaneuver the enemies a lot easier than the original. I'm way too fast for the game. This is where the ricochet comes in handy. So much better. God, that's brilliant. Get that just in case I'm... because I can't see if I've got 2 or 1 gold sparks. I think this is the last one, I'm not sure. Oh, shit. So we've got to throw the grenades back at them. I'd rather deal with the shitty little mobs first, and then get on with the big guys. Okay, so... Go! Oh, fuck. Oh, no, it was alright. Again, physics interactions not particularly great in this game. Not one of my favourite things, if I'm honest. I think it works to the detriment of it. But I've already said enough about that for the time being. I need to think of some more original flaws to bring up. But yeah, I can't think of anything hugely interesting to say about the Reignited Trilogy in my first impression. Shout out to all the Roxys of the world. Yeah, I just can't think of anything I really want to say. Oh, I know where this last one is. It's from an enemy that I hadn't slain, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, yeah, I can't think of much more to say. That's high praise about the game. There we go. And that's such a shame, I realise, because I want to say good things about this trilogy. Like, it works, and like this is the thing about games nowadays, is that they all work. It's not like you boot up your piece, you boot up the game and it doesn't fucking run, or you can't beat the first level because you don't understand it. I remember playing Hugo for the first time on PS1. God almighty, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. That game was like 40 quid at the time, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Even my dad tried it. Everyone, because we had a few people at our house, and everyone was trying to have a go at it. We just didn't understand what the fuck to do. Nowadays, you kind of know. Every game not necessarily holds your hand. Games are better for relaying information to the player. Games work when you put them in the disc tray. You don't have to worry about scratched discs or anything like that anymore. Oh, excuse me. Choking on my own spit again. Don't know why that keeps happening. Anyway. To Harbour Speedway. We've got 10 minutes left. Let's have a bit of a fuck about there. And then the next part should be the last one before the boss. We do that when we get back. We'll defeat the boss. We'll go to the super secret speedway. We'll do the Sparks challenge when that unlocks after defeating the boss. And then that'll be it. We will have completed the Reignited Trilogy. I just hope, I really hope to God that when I get back, I am in the mood to do that shit. Now, I love Harbour Speedway. Already I can see it looks good. But the water looks like wank. I don't know why I'm letting Sparks speak. Fuck it. Okay, I think it was the seagulls first. So far it looks okay. That's a bit more toy-like than the original, though, I have to admit. Yeah, it reminds me of Toy Box Turbos in a way. Although that didn't really have a seaside level, I don't think. If there was DLC for that game, I ought to buy it. I doubt there is. Once Codemasters saw that the Micro Machines World Series had gone to shit. They were going to do anything else. Oh shit, I think it was the other ones. Oh well, doesn't matter. One of the great things about this Speedway is you can do a combination of all of them and have a really good record as well. So, yeah. Also, as well, I've only just noticed now that you don't actually get extra time for defeating the different enemies, or whatever, unlike in the original. Sorry, not. I mean, like unlike Spyro 2 and 1, I think. God, I'm shit at this. So I got everything. Okay, that's fine. I'd like to quit. Shout out to all the Cobes of the world, or Kobe's. Could be Cobber. Okay, we already know the rules of the race. Let's go. I like the map as well. I really like that. That looks nice. I like that a lot. I could wank to that. Perhaps I might. Love this race course as well. Lots of speed boost to go and grab. And it feels good to do it as well. Oh shit, I missed one there. Yeah, very competitive is this one, I find. See, if there had to be multiplayer, I mean, honestly, I would love to have this in multiplayer. I really would. Fuck. The only problem is that, like we saw there, is that if you miss one of the rings, you're fucked. That's it. It's like you've lost the race. You're not catching up to anyone else. And even then, everyone's perfected it in single player. Although I would like a sort of multiplayer game like this on its own. That'd be kind of neat. You don't see many of those. Last time I saw anything like this was Ducky Dash, which I've reviewed, and you can check out on my channel, Johnbonne Reviews. Hey, you're already watching it, aren't you? Shit. But yes, I'd like to know my viewers, so if you are a regular viewer of the channel, do let me know. Do comment. I really do appreciate it. Obviously, I don't show it well enough, but I do like reading your comments. I do like hearing what you got to say, and all the things you want to tell me. It's awesome. Seriously, there's no greater pleasure that I experience is knowing that people appreciate this. You know, because I mean, I'm doing this only because I haven't got anything else to put on the channel right now. I haven't got any inspiration for reviews. I can't be fucked writing anything. I just want to chill out and you know, I guess just let the 10-year anniversary of all my YouTube stuff pass by. God, I've been waiting for that to happen for so long. Fuck. Yeah, so when I made my old channel, John Grease the Gamer, or the Grease the Gamer Show, I think it's now called Channel John, but I shut it down a few years ago to make way for this one. That was on July 19th, I think it was. And honestly, I've been thinking more and more, like, maybe I should just get out of this, because I really can't, I don't have the energy for YouTube. You see, I'm a dinosaur. And I realised this, I mean, I've known this for years now, but yesterday I did a YouTuber creator survey, content creator survey, and it's all about merchandise and products. It's like, it's not even about, like, it's not, it didn't even mention retention, they didn't mention anything about, you know, they didn't really give you much chance to say anything about, like, how they could improve the service. It's like, you know, do you agree or disagree with, you know, you know, YouTube is better now than it was 3 years ago and things like that. It's like, does it have tools, yes or no? And they didn't really bother to ask about feedback as to why it's better or worse than it was years ago. And I just realised, you know what, I remember coming to YouTube, like, money was never a thing, you know, all I wanted to become was, you know, a Gen 2 AVGN ripoff. And the thing is that everyone was doing that, and, you know, eventually it was those who weren't the AVGN ripoffs that became big and famous, or went to go on to do their own things. Let's Play was the big thing after that. You know, if you weren't making your own funny animations or shorts or, you know, your own movies and whatnot, that was what lifted up on YouTube. And then it was vlogs, things like that. And then streaming came along, and then that's when I was completely left in the dust. You know, I mean, I use YouTube as a means of social interaction and communication with my viewers, communication with an audience, because forums, like it or not, are going the way of the dodo. You know, even for game development, a lot of devs prefer to watch streams and look at numbers rather than actual feedback, because it makes too much money to not do that. Fucking hell. So yeah, as I say, I'm one of the, not one of the loyal few to the original idea of just putting the videos up for the fun of it. No, I mean, I suppose, yeah, obviously I do it for some attention. You know, I do it for the whole consumer advocate thing. But even then, it's like, I just don't feel as though a lot of people want to be better consumers with how pre-orders are going, with how, you know, aggressively microtransactions are pushed in games. Or they want to be, but they don't have the willpower. They don't have the autism to do it. And I sort of feel as though maybe I'm not preaching to the wrong choir as such, but, you know, maybe I'm just not doing it effectively enough. Well, and even then, it's like, I review kart racing games. If I want to really get a message out there, that is the least effective way to do it. You know? I clearly haven't got the audience to do that kind of stuff with. I can only talk seriously about kart racing reviews. And that's fine, but it just conflicts with something else I want to do. And I'm not willing to do the things to get it, that would get me a bigger audience, because they're cynical, they're slimy, and they require a lot more fucking effort than I'm willing to put in. There's that as well. I'm willing to. I'm a lazy shit in that regard. I just wish I had the energy to do this more. But honestly, this is. This is really all I want to be doing with my time now. You know, doing with you know, YouTube now. You know, reviews are great and all, but there's not many reviewers that even I can look up to anymore. It's like Thor High Heels is one of the best reviewers I have ever seen, and is consistently brilliant. But there's no way in hell that I'm going to match him. And he's got honestly, he's got a perfect model. He knows his audience. His audience knows his aesthetic. They know his editing style. It's all perfect. It's all consistent. Yeah. The thing is the other thing that's consistent with me is the inconsistency, which sometimes works, but you've got to be extremely lucky. And even then I stick to something and it goes to pot. Like, I had Commissar Johnbonne as a regular character for a season of Johnbonne reviews. I don't even know how many episodes are in a season. It's just like, hey, when I feel like it, when the time is right. And that doesn't work on YouTube. That, it's in the stars, or, you know, it's only the prophet can see it. It doesn't work for this platform. I'm completely incompatible with it, especially nowadays. I vehemently oppose myself making money off this. Because I do not believe, I've never once believed, that anything I do is worth charging for. Or getting money for. I'm not saying others can't do it, but I'm saying that the platform has now become all about that. Shout out to all the Jessies of the world. But not the male Jessie. Well, I suppose if you want to be included in that shout out, then by all means do so. So now I'm going to do the Hunter Challenge. But yeah, I just feel so out of place on the platform now, regrettably. But hey ho and diddly do. I want to go in there. I want to go in that fucking room. I want to see what's in here. Nothing? Not nothing. Symmetry. Patterns on the floor. And in here, Hunter. And symmetry. Nice. Sort of. And patterns on the floor. Nice.
Where do these flying sheep saucers keep coming from? I just saw another one grab an egg and
really? Now you use that trophy name? Hunt for Hunter?
I think I can keep up with them as long as I can make it through those rings. I'm gonna chase him down.
This is very similar to the Ocean Speedway challenge in the original, or the Manta Ray challenge. So this UFO's another sheep UFO. Sheep who have got nothing to do with fucking harbours. Anyway, we've got to chase these ship who's the sheep rather in his ship. Who's leaving behind smoke rings because he's been damaged. Or it's been damaged. I don't think in the original you actually got... Oh, fucking hell.
Where do these flying sheep saucers keep... I'm gonna chase...
Yes, whatever.
Right.
Chase the fucker down. I don't think you got as close to it as I was doing then in the original. So it looks as though Hunter's actually going to give it a slap and say this bad boy can fit so many smoke rings in it. But yes, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm going to give up on reviewing or anything like that, but it's so tempting to now because I don't know what people... I don't know what even reviews are at this point. And so I wanted to make the Misadventures of Johnbonne. Not call it reviews, but reviews by another name. But I don't know, because I mean, I'm totally uninspired. I have no will to write. And the thing is, writing is my only talent. And if I can't even write reviews very well, I need to find something else to write. But I used to write non-fiction. So I used to write fiction. But I can't do that anymore. I can't commit to a single idea or a single book. D&D campaigns, can't commit to them. Character concepts, can't commit to stories. I can't do short stories. I can't do shit. I have no talents, basically, whatsoever. I haven't got a talent for this or writing or anything like that. So I'm basically just stuck doing videos like this in the vain hope, well, not vain actually, I suppose two people enjoy them, that this has some retention value. Not even retention, I don't want retention, I just want people to enjoy it. But no, people can't do that anymore. They can't enjoy something. It's got to be engaging to be consumed. If it's not engaging, if it doesn't retain people, it's not worth a shit, apparently.
Yes! That was close. The egg popped out just before the saucer crash landed.
Shout out all the Sarahs and Sarahs of the world. I wouldn't like to play anymore, thank you very much. Okay. So that's it for me on a slightly depressing note. Thank you ever so much for tolerating my nervous breakdown there. Thank you ever so much for watching a bit of Spyro Reignited Trilogy Part 21. I'll be recording Part 22 later, I think, and if not... No! I can't record part 22 later because we need to drink the beer. The beer. The beer. The Iron Maiden Trooper beer. We have to drink that. We can't do another part today because we've got to drink that. That's the tradition of a bit of now. If ever I do a full series, I've got to drink the beer and I've got to have a drinking game. So, I can't do that. Because I've got to do that because then we've got to do Desert Ruins, right? We've got to do Crystal Islands. But then we've also got to do the Sparks Challenge. Here. The Sorceress Lair. The Super Secret Bonus Level. Egg for Sale. And I've got to try and spend the rest of my fucking days getting over to that shitty little island over there. So that should finish off an entire bottle. So yeah, so I will see you. In fact, I did say I would have a look at the calendar. I will be seeing you on the 14th of May, I do believe. Oh yeah, happy 1st of May as well. I hope we all have a nice bank holiday and spring bank holiday and all that kind of good stuff that's coming very soon. Again, thank you ever so much for watching. You guys are a pleasant audience to make content for, despite all my outrage and horrible stuff before. And I will speak to you again when I return on the 14th approximately. Okay? So again, thank you ever so much for watching. You guys take care, and ta-ta for now.